Hey guys, this is Artful Kisses, and since he's infiltrated every other icon on social media I have, Woof is gonna be in my videos now. I feel like it's about time. Be my little intro mascot. So today I am drawing this derpy looking Venus flytrap, which is not like anything I normally do. The challenge was to branch out and do something else, and I was kind of inspired by my husband who likes carnivorous plants because they are kind of fascinating. So we were talking about them for some reason, and I decided to draw one. Anyway, I wanted to give kind of an update because I had one in May. I never did one in June. It's July now, and so I guess instead of my June update, this is going to be my July update. But I have been working on my portfolio mostly and learning. I'm studying right now, so I feel like I'm doing art school and professional art stuff at the same time, and it's really difficult because I'm doing so much work but I'm not getting paid for it, and I need to start getting paid for it. So it's kind of a trial and error to figure out exactly how to go about doing that, and I'm working on it, and I'm looking at what successful artists have said, advice they've given, how they did things, and I'm trying to put together different stories and figure out what the common factors are and go from there. So I'm not going to be talking about this drawing too much, unfortunately. But anyway, I've been trying to do a few personal projects other than the book I'm illustrating currently. And the point of that being is so that I have something in my portfolio that shows consistency and the ability to start and finish a project. So I've been doing a few things, and most of the projects I've abandoned at this point, it's because they're not any good. Like, I've gotten better in the course of making them, and so they don't match anymore. They're not consistent because the first few just aren't at the same level as my current art. So I am still doing the doggy patients, but I'm a little more hesitant to do them just because my newest one is so much better than my older ones, because I didn't even know color theory yet when I started those. And you can tell by the bright, saturated purple background. It's bad. Anyway, so I wanted to do a project for Instagram mostly that is recognizable and simple enough that I can do a lot of them, but it still has some value to it. It's interesting to look at. They're cute. And what I decided to do were Pokemon in my art style that I use to draw dogs. So the one that you're seeing most commonly right now. And so I'm making them really super cute, and they're in a different style. So it's somewhat of a style challenge. The draw this in your own style challenge, I think it's called something like that. That one's been floating around for a while, and it's something that I've been doing since way before I heard of art challenges. And I think it's a really great way to learn and develop your style, is to translate other things into it. So I've been doing that, and I'm simplifying them. I'm making them cuter, in my opinion, and I'm doing one evolution of each Pokemon species, I guess. I don't know. So, like, if you've got Pichu, Pikachu, Raichu, I'm doing Pikachu. But I'm also doing them in order. So I've got Bulbasaur first, and I just finished drawing him, the finished project. I do have a video that I did on Facebook Live where I sketched like the first 30 Pokemon that I plan to do. And, I think only 19 of them are in the video, but I had, I think, 12 of them before that. So that's on my Facebook, and the video itself is public, even though it's on my personal Facebook, so you can find it. I might share it on my page. But there's that, and I'm going to be posting the Pokemon on Instagram, hopefully a couple a week. And I did end up spending more time on that Bulbasaur than I first intended because I was playing with textures, something I've been doing a lot lately. Because for the longest time, I only used 2 different brushes when I did my digital art. And lately I'm trying to add more texture without overcomplicating it and having a different brush for each thing. I'm trying to make the textures match up with what the object is and still be fairly smooth. You can see in this picture right here that I said I wasn't going to talk about, has more texture in it. And this was the second one that I started adding texture to, or at least really focusing on it lately. And because one of the things I messed up with when I first started doing digital back in 2012 or 11, I think it was 2012. One of the things I did was I over textured everything because I could. I used a different brush for each thing, and it was ridiculous, and it made it all muddled and not great. But I feel like I'm at the point where I can start doing that now because I have been practicing digital since 2011 or 12, which I guess has been 6 years now. So I feel like it's something I need to start doing and to give my illustrations a little bit more flair and interest to them. And I've been working on that a lot, and I think it's definitely helping. I've got a long way to go, but it's making a difference. So there's that also. I did release a special deal on pet commissions last week, which is I will draw your pet. It doesn't have to be a dog. It can be a bird, a lizard, whatever. I will draw your pet in my style that I draw dogs in, and for $20 for one pet. If you want a second pet on the same page, it's an additional $10, and that's a really good deal. Normally I would charge like $60 for something like that. So you might not think it's a good deal, but in comparison to my normal prices, it's a good deal. And it was I'm practicing that kind of thing, or at least I was when I released it. I'm not quite as much anymore. I think I've got it down mostly. I've been spreading out to other things, but that is something that is still going on. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll contact you somehow. Other than that, I think that's mostly what's going on. Oh, I redid my website entirely. I started over, and I'll have a link to that in the description. I have a blog on there that I'm currently writing my second post for. My Facebook page is called Artful Kisses, and I post stuff there, my illustrations there, and I'm also Artful Kisses on Instagram, and that's where I'm really posting a lot of things right now. Also on Tumblr, but I'm posting them from Instagram. So there's that. Or you can find me on Artamino or a bunch of other art-related aminos. Also Artful Kisses. And I think that's mostly it. I'm drawing a lot. I'm doing figure sketching now every day as a warm-up before I start working on other stuff. And I found a YouTube channel that does that, has videos for that available, which is really nice. Is a good resource. Anyway, here's my finished Derpy plant. I hope you like it. I've tried to go a little silly with it. I know it's not terribly realistic. I gave him a tongue. But thanks for watching, and go out and create something.